can't say nothing, stay the same. It's the same game. It just look a little different, but that still won't make a difference, no. You know we back like we never left. You know we back, yeah. You know we back like we never left. Yeah, for the love of the game. So we back like we never left. You know we back, yeah. You know we back like we never left. Oh, for the love of the game. It's for the love of the game. Ay, it's for the.
Welcome. Aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Thrilled to be back in Boston. The Celtics ready for that home court advantage. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogg, and one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here's Boston now. On the wing, Irving. The three for DiVincenzo. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And here is James. Knocked loose. They double him with Ayton. Gobert with it. Picked up by Love. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to James. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Now, here is Irving. Kicks it out to Love. Clock at 6. Over Rose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Rose. And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
Pass to Rose. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Brooklyn with the ball. LeBron outside. Kleber with it. Pass to Rose. And Brooklyn turns it over again. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now Irving. Inside. It's stolen by Gobert. And here's the fast break. And James throws it down.
knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. To the inside. Ayton. Gobert with the block. And the dunk by James.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Irving. Here's DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. Back to Irving. A shot that time, not on target. Excellent D there from Beasley.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And here's Rose. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Celtics trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Out to the right wing. Love outside. To the paint. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Now here's James. He's got 6. Beasley with a clean look. It's good on the putback.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And the Nets making a change here. Here's Hero. Oh, Ayton in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Pass to Kleba. Now Gobert. He's covered by Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Now Kleba. And stolen by Ayton. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
Now here's Williams. Back to James. Down low.
Boy, it's no secret that LeBron James is an outstanding passer. Boy, I love his vision in the pick and roll.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Pritchard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Lyles. And the dunk by Lyles.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. The Nets making a switch here. Here's Pritchard. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Pritchard. 6 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Williams. Yep, that one goes. And the Nets lead by 3.
Boy, he twisted his body up right there just enough to create space. Williams so slick and eel-like inside.
Here's Pritchard. In the corner, it's Bridges. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Nets leading by 3. Pass to James. .157 left to play in the first quarter. Pulls from the top of the key. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Now it's a 5-point Nets lead. Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Pass to Hero. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Now here's Williams, and he comes up with the deuce. Williams has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. But I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Here's Pritchard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Pritchard's got his second basket.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Outside Williams. That one goes in. Williams has got 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Hero. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now here's Williams. Lets it go from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's LeBron James. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams with the ball. Pass to Noel. 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's Melly missing. Celtics trail by 5.
And in a positionless league, Clark, those classic tweeners like Miles Bridges, who used to have trouble finding a role, are now pivotal to a team's success.
Yeah, you know, he's a real high-character kid when you look at Bridges, so you knew he was going to have a chance to max out his potential. A great athlete. He can play multiple positions. You can use him in a lot of different lineups. Still working on his three-point shot, but I'm sure he'll get better at that, and he's also trying to become a better passer, but he's the kind of guy that you want on your team because he gives you a lot of versatility and value.
Pass to Irving. Drops in the layup for two. Irving's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Celtics. Back to Williams. Here's Melly to the right side. Bain. It's tipped. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Irving. Pass to DiVincenzo. Love outside. And here is Irving. He's guarded by Williams. And the rejection by Noel.
And the shot blocking skills of Noel are a staple of his game, really one of the foundational pieces. He really takes a lot of pride in what he does on defense.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now, here is Irving. Shot clock at 5. Boston needs to get off a shot. No one near Edwards as he lets it walk. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Beasley right side. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. Beasley's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to DiVincenzo. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Here is Rose. No good that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Now Irving. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And Love has it in the corner. Over Noel. Beasley with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Jones. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here's Irving. To the middle. And the rejection by Noel. In transition, here come the Nets. Outside Rose. Back to Beasley. Got a hand on it. Right side, Irving. No good from the wing. Nets leading by 4. Here's Beasley. 5 points in the game. Inside. Here's Rose. Rebound, Boston.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He's got 6. And Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Beasley. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Rose goes in. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
I really love when Rose goes hard like this, guys. I mean, still, even after the injuries, showing no fear.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Celtics trailed by 4. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Here's James following the bucket by the Celtics. 6 to shoot. Oh, the lob to Gobert. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hero. Ayton with it. Down low. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Now here's James. He's got 8. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
Celtics trailed by 3. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Wiles. Some solid defense from Rose.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's James. And it goes down 2 points. And it's a 5-point Nets lead.
You know, for LeBron, I think that mid-range shot is an important one for him to have in his bag. It keeps the defense honest.
Pass to Hero. Here's Pritchard. Wide open. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. 1:16 left in the first half of basketball. It's Beasley on the wing. Back to Rose. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hero. Oh, Ayton in position. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And the Nets making a change here. 40 seconds left in the first half. Williams with the ball. He's got 8. James left side. Bridges with the board. Celtics trail by 5. Ayton at the elbow. Over Gobert. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, I tell you, Bridges doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
Williams inside the line. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets out in front, up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's Brooklyn with it. 3-point lead. Williams looking around. LeBron James on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. Now Irving. Pass to Love. Love draws the double. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Now here's LeBron. Williams for 3. Love grabs the board. And it's Love with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And there's the call on James. That's his third foul of the game. And here is DiVincenzo. He's got 9. On the wing, Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Back to DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics. LeBron outside. And he gets it to go. James has got 12.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, That all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 12 points for him. Irving. It's deflected. At the elbow, it's James. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Clock at 6. To the paint. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert.
That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
Here's Ayton. Love outside. Now here's Edwards. He's got 5. Baseline try. No good off the back of the rim. The Nets with the lead. Here's LeBron. 14 points for him. On the wing, Williams. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got 11 points.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's got 12. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Celtics making a switch here. And here's James outside. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hanging up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Knocks it loose. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Here's LeBron. 14 points for him. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his 1st foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe. Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Irving up top. 6 on the shot clock. Love with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn leading by 4. LeBron with it. Miles Bridges and slams it down.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Irving, and he banks in the layup. Irving's got 6.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
Now Rose. He has 6. Over Irving, and it's Rose missing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And here is Irving. He has 6. Pass to Hero. To the inside. Here's Cornette. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from LeBron. Timeout called, the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
The Nets making a switch here. Nets leading by 4. Now here's Jones. From the left block, he sends it through.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Down low, here's Cornette, and he uses the glass on the layup. Cornette's got his first bucket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Noel. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Really like the recognition by Noel, feeling the contact coming and then going right into his shot immediately.
All free throws good for Noel. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Pritchard. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Pritchard. Clock at 6. Right wing. Here's Hero. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hero's got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Back to Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter. Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Love outside. Deflects the pass. Pass to Cornette. Uncovered. Misses off the left iron.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Melly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lets it go from 11. Here's Noel. That shot missing. Now Boston takes it the other way. 50 seconds left to play here in the third. Bridges with it. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 6.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. He lobs it up and slam dunk by Noel.
Skying towards the hoop and decimating the defense with that ridiculous alley-oop dunk. Go ahead, Noel.
Here's Pritchard. "12 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Hero. To the paint. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nets lead by 5. And well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Boston with it. It's a 5-point game. Here's Hero. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep. Kleber with the rebound. And here are the Nets. Now Jones. And here is Kleber. Beasley right side. DiVincenzo with it. Beasley covering. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Hero. Back to DiVincenzo. A three-pointer is right on target. DiVincenzo's got 9 points here in the second half. Jones with it. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Noel. Back to Beasley. The rebound by the Celtics.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Here's DiVincenzo. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. It's Jones on the wing. Pass to Noel. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And, you know, Noel positions himself perfectly on these screens and capitalizes off these sets with a tenacity that is admirable.
Now DiVincenzo. Pass to Hero. Back to DiVincenzo. And shot on the way. Kleber with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And here's Jones. Inside. And Jones slams it in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Hero. Pass to DiVincenzo. Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Back to LeBron. Over Edwards. The rebound by the Celtics. Now here's Irving. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
James in the post. And James throws it down.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Irving with it. Over in the corner, Edwards. This one for three. It doesn't go for him.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Now Rose. Pass to Kleba. James outside. Takes a shot at the elbow. Another miss by LeBron.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And here's Edwards. Right side, Irving. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Beasley. Fires from deep. A putback. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 5.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. You look at James. What a contribution.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And the Nets making a change here. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. DiVincenzo's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Boston. Brooklyn with the ball. The lead is 2. Here's James. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Edwards. Ayton trying to break free. Edwards can't hit. And here are the Nets. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Brooklyn has possession. A 2-point game. James looking around. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
James outside. Pass to Gobert. LeBron with it. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Celtics trail by 5. Outside Irving. Oh, Ayton in position. LeBron with it. Picked up by Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That will be foul number 5 on him. Here's Rose. And it's good. 2 points. Rose has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
With his bounce and body control, easy to see why Rose is aggressive there.
Irving looking over the floor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're up by 5. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron outside. Pass to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. And the Nets lead by 7.
Tell you what, you can't afford to lose track of LeBron. I mean, because that's what happens when you do. He'll find a way to get in there and grab the rebound and convert.
Pass to Love. Here's DiVincenzo. Yes!
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
And here's Jones. Back to James. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. Here's Noel. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Now DiVincenzo. Down low. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Outside Irving. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just
On them flash drive, tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put my pen to that pallet, scan trying. Be running the mouth, why they